Hello, thank you for joining us. This is Morgan at splendid.yoga. Let's work on our next. Let's work on some Vishuddhi Chakra. That's your throat chakra, your source of truth. You'll want some toys for today. Grab a blanket or a bolster, a pillow, a towel, a block. And let's have a seat against the wall. Situate yourself on top of a blanket and take a block or a pillow and place it behind your belly button against you and the wall. So you aren't touching the wall, but your low back is touching the support that's touching the wall. You can set your feet out like the seated bear pose or cross your legs, whatever is easier. Relax your arms down to your sides. Drop your chin to your chest. Roll your right ear to your right shoulder. Drop your chin to your chest. Roll your left ear to your left shoulder. 2 more times, slowing down each time so that by the 3rd round, you could barely notice if you're moving at all. Land with your right ear on your right shoulder. We'll hold. If you'd like more, place your right hand on top of your head, not to pull, just a gentle weight to encourage a little more action along the left side of your neck. You might feel this more if you turn your nose up towards the sky or down towards the ground, wherever you hold most of your tension. If you'd like even more, reach your left arm off to the left, way far out there. Anywhere below your shoulder, just so that you feel this the most. You can rest your fingertips on the ground, or that arm relaxed may feel better. Just a few more breaths here on this side. Really let go. Release your arms to the ground, drop your chin to your chest, and roll your shoulders around. And land with your left ear on your left shoulder. Place your left hand on your head as effortlessly as possible, just a gentle weight. Angle your neck so that you get the maximum stretch. Let it feel really good, something that builds pleasantly. Reach your right arm off if you'd like more, just to notice really how long that tension is. It's never just that one little square inch where we feel it. It's usually related to a bunch of different stuff that surrounds it. So really notice that connection. Just another few moments here. And release your hands to the ground. Roll your shoulders and your neck and your jaw and your eyes and everything around. If you had something behind you against the wall, grab it, place it off to the side. If you were sitting on top of something, slide off of it, place it off to the side. We'll move into legs up the wall. Now this is an inversion, It's really great for a lot of us. It's not great if you have glaucoma, the pressure just won't feel good. Or if you have high blood pressure issues, same issue. It's just not going to feel good to have that much weight pumping into your heart. So skip this one, go find one of my other practices. Because we're going to be spending about 10 minutes in this pose. So legs up the wall, that's exactly what it sounds like, very literal. You scooch up against the wall, lay yourself down, set yourself up so your cheeks, your butt cheeks are actually touching the wall. And then roll onto your back and send your legs, there they went, there they are, up the wall. All right, so if your hamstrings are really tight, your knees are going to want to stay bent, and you might need to scooch away from the wall for this to be comfortable. And you can reach your arms out to a T, a cactus, or bring them down by your hips, by your belly. You can rock your head from side to side. If you have that blanket nearby, you could set it underneath your head, not like a pillow, not to elevate the head, just to create a little bit of softness, just a sliver of softness underneath the head so your ears stay in line with your shoulders, just like when you're standing up straight. Now, as I said, we're going to be holding this pose for a little while, so you can keep your legs straight up here. That's a great place to hang out. But your legs might begin to fatigue, kind of holding themselves in place. So we have a few different leg variations. The butterfly legs, you bring your feet together and your knees wide. And you can set your hands on your thighs, a little bit of support there. Or if you have the blocks, you could set some blocks underneath your thighs. That feels really nice. Alternately, you could take your legs wide away from each other, the feet spread wide. If you have the blocks, it still feels nice to have them underneath the thighs here. And if you have the flexibility, or you want to work on the flexibility, you let them go loose, let gravity take them over. Yeah, this one can start to build and get intense, or sometimes for some of us, it just feels really great. So, yeah, pick the one that feels good. If the butterfly felt better, if the leg straight felt better, go back to the one that felt better. These are just options. One's not better or worse than the other, so long as it's the one that feels good in your body. And the final option for your legs here is the squat, the malasana against the wall. So you bring your knees into your chest and set your feet against the wall. Then heel toe your feet out wide, like wider than your hips, and let your thighs slide down the outside of your belly. And this one is really nice for low back release. You may notice your tailbone kind of curls up. If that's the case for you, scoot your hips away until you can get your tailbone all the way on the ground, if you can. Otherwise, tuck the blanket under there so it has some support. Important for the nervous system. We've discussed that. So you're welcome to cycle through those shapes with your legs, but let your movements be deliberate rather than fidgety. Fidgets are those movements that happen and then we notice that we're moving, right? Almost like a flinch. Feels almost uncontrollable, but if you're noticing it, you can control it. So notice the fidget before it comes. Notice where you need to make adjustments before the adjustment is made for you. And then move into the shape that's going to best serve you in that new moment. Even though we hold the poses for a long time, we're not really frozen, holding them in that place. We're still dynamic. There's still movement. Certainly you can feel it underneath the skin. And feel that slow stretch. Whatever's releasing, let it hang down. The Sanskrit for this pose is Viparita Karani, a waterfall pose. And you can imagine, close your eyes. You can imagine a waterfall streaming down the wall, down the cliff of your support, and pooling at your feet. Bright blue, beautiful blue waterfall against a blue sky. It pools at your feet, it rises up over your toes and then spills down over your legs, into your belly, into the little pocket of your belly where it builds into all the shades of blue. It pools up into a little swimming hole right in your belly button. And spills over your belly button to land right in your throat, over your chest, and there's that next pool right in your throat, your Vishuddhi chakra, just below your chin, just above your heart, above the notch of your throat where your sternum begins. Imagine that water pooling, really cool, really refreshing, clear, really blue, pooling in your throat until it rises up and washes over your face and continues on like a stream, taking with it anything that's not true. And that waterfall falling from your feet to your belly, to your throat, beyond your head, beyond yourself, taking with it anything that isn't true. How do you know if something is true? The body knows. The body knows what's true the way the body knows what it wants to eat. It's the ego that gets in the way. The body knows what's true when it feels healthy and grounded and stabilized. When you feel energized when you wake up. When you fall asleep easily at night, you're living in truth. When you wake up tired, it's difficult to fall and stay asleep. Something's bugging you, my friend. You are not living in truth. How do you know what's true? The body knows. Feel what's true. Feel this grounding. Feel this clarity. Feel this truth. Bring your knees into your chest. Very slowly gather yourself into a little ball and roll onto your left side. Scooch away from the wall or pivot so that your back is against the wall. If you have a blanket nearby, you can place it between your legs or underneath your head, or make a pillow with your arm for your head. Curl into the embryo position and allow things to stabilize. Curl your chin into your chest and breathe into the back of your neck. Now scoot yourself away from the wall until you can spread out completely. Take your time, move slow, stay low, stay grounded. Bring your knees into your chest. Keep hold of your right knee. Send your left leg long or set it on the ground. Then twist over to the right. Extend your arms out to a T or a cactus. Breathe. Really easy. Breathe. Gather your knees into your chest. Let things settle. Keep hold of your left knee. Send your right leg long. And twist your left leg over to the right. Extend your arms out. Land. Let your head fall in an easy direction and land. Gather both knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze, forehead to knee, and lay yourself down. Shavasana. Feet wide under knees, knees touch, or arms and legs wide away from each other. A big breath into your belly. Open mouth, exhale. Give yourself a rest. Rest in your truth. Namaste.